Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Escape Art by Scott, and this is a little bit quick videos on how to paint in acrylic. And my way of painting, I believe everyone can paint this way because I don't really get too technical in how I paint. So I keep it down to earth basically, so enough on that. Let's get going here. As you can see, this is a black canvas I got today. It's 18 by 24. And if you look up here, I have a little sticker up here. And before I put that sticker, this is a round sticker, a little label sticker. You can buy it at any Walmart store, craft store, whatever. Just a little round little sticker. But before I stuck on that to the canvas here, I mixed me up a little paint, a little blue, black, and some white. And I mixed that up. And I just made a little round circle up here, and then I placed the sticker out. Let that dry completely, of course, and then I placed the sticker right on top of that. So enough on that. And this is going to be a winter scene, and in my winter scenes, all I paint uses three colors: is blue, black, and white. You will not find any reds or greens and yellows in my winter scenes. I make my winter scenes cold, so I use all those soft colors, the yellows and the greens and the reds and all that. I don't use that at all in my winter scenes. And to show you, these are my colors. Here's my white here, and let's see, get that white. There's my black, and over here's my blue. And here's the mixture I mixed up with the blue, black, and white. So let's get on with this. And I'm just getting a little color on my brush. I'm using a filbert brush. There's your filbert right there. Filberts are, the brushes, and they have a round end at the tip of it, and those are what you call filberts. Why? What does a filbert mean? I don't really know. That's what the brush is. Like I said, guys, I don't get too technical with paint. All right, here we go. And right now, I just want to make a nice little halo around this yellow sticker. And I want to come back with some white and to lighten that up. Because, if you went ahead and put white as the halo around the moon, this is going to be a moon. If you want to have just pick pure white on here, it will look too white. So this is at night, of course. So kind of keep it a little dark here. And something like that. And I want to keep dipping my brush into that mixture of blue. Like I said, blue, black, and white. The blue is Prussian blue. It's a darker blue. And the black, there's all kind of blacks out there. There's Mars black. There's midnight black. There's black and black. So and then there's white. I use titanium white. That's the name of the colors of the paint. Now again, if you don't have to have a black paint, but if you have phthalo green and alizarin crimson, you have black. Mix those two colors and you have a very nice black. I'm not using that because that has a little green hue to it, and I don't want no green up here in my paint. Now I want to put in some nice little cloud formations up here. Just wherever. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off this video, and I'm going to continue on with this here, and I'll come back and lighten this up with some white. But I want to go ahead and put my clouds in, and so I'll be right back. Alright, went ahead and did all my clouds here. I know you guys probably can't see, it's too dark, but I'm going to come back now with some white right around this moon. just kind of, you know, tap it in kind of, and come back with a clean brush. And come back up here, and you want to smooth out your white that you just put up here. I want to have to dip it in some water. That's it. I'm just dipping the very tip of my brush into some water, because this paint will dry on you. But you dip it just a little bit and shake it off. Shake off that excess water, and you'll be alright. I believe that's all I'm going to do for right now. I might put it a little bit more white. Make this a little bit wider. Back here with my little brush here. Yeah, there it is. Nice little halo around the moon. There. That's what I like to do when I put in my moon or even the sun, is to put the halo around it first and then put either the moon or the sun in. For me, it just works better. Now I'm going to come up and highlight. See, all this moonlight is spreading out. Now you're going to come back up here and just hit your clouds up here. Wherever you think light will hit. Something like this. All up around here. Again, one of my rules is painting is use a little paint, then you always can add more. If you add too much, it gets a little aggravating. And painting should not be aggravating. Now, as you're working away from this light source, your highlights on your clouds should get lighter and lighter. Almost nothing. I think I'm going to get me another brush. Yeah, I'll get this brush. I'll blend this in with this. Another filbert. And now blend these in. And it's a little dry already. That's one of the things about acrylics. They will dry on you. But I found, you put a little water on your brush, it tends to blend out okay. Not as good as an oil. You gotta be careful, don't put too much water on your brush. It'll run on you. The object of this right here is to get your clouds look as soft as possible. All the way out here. little bit more water. I'm going to come back down here and put me some more clouds in, and right below this, and I'll be right back. Alright, finished up my clouds here. Now you take a little a knife of some sort, come up here, let's try to take this off. Hopefully it's a complete round circle, and it is. Now, alright, finished up this here, came back and I just put in my moon up here, just put a little white, some paint on a liner brush, and just filled in that little circle there. So, that's all taken care of. Now, I believe I want to put in try to put in a mountain right here, and let's see here. And I'm just going to use that old color that I used for the clouds, the black, white, and blue mixture. Come right back up here. Let's put in a nice little mountain. And that's going to come right up in here. Something like that. Maybe a little bump here. Something there. And that's all there is. All there is making mountains. Now mountains are a little tricky. Practice on that. Like I said before, get yourself a canvas board, and if you have a difficulty painting mountains or anything, trees, whatever, practice before you actually want to do a painting. Practice. I mean, people. I don't care if you're playing an instrument or a music instrument or basketball, any sports activity. Practice. I mean, I've been painting, 13 years? Something like this? And I'm still practicing. I'm still learning. One more little bump right here. Yeah, that's it. Maybe something right here. Something like that. And the thing about your mountains, is make sure your peaks of your mountains, they ain't all the same. They ain't all straight across the same height as all the other peaks. And don't do that. Make them look different. I think I'll make this one just a little bit higher. There. That's good. And there's that. Alright, I got my mountain in here, and it's still a little too wet for me to put on my snow. So I want to come back in. While that's drying, I want to come back in here and paint me in some trees. Kind of way over here. And all I did was put on this brush here, some paint. And going on here. And as you're making these, you might want to pop some distant trees, just bring the brush up. Just when you're doing this, when you're popping these little tree tops, make sure you just go straight up with it. If you don't, it ain't gonna look right. And I'm gonna continue on. We'll put in a few more of these trees. And you can have, mountain of trees, just, go up and down. However, just like I did this one right here, that big old hill, and then come back in. Now you got to keep in mind that this tree line, that's your furthest tree line that's way in the distance. So it ain't going to be a whole lot of color here. And there's not going to be a lot of detail. So come right in here at the bottom of this and just color this in. Alright, and your trees, when you paint your trees, each layer of tree, you need to get darker and darker. As you're working closer to you, things that get closer to you has more detail, has more color to it, a little more darker. So keep that in mind. Your furthest trees in the background is your lighter color. When you're working down, your last tree line should be your darkest color. Just leave it like that. Alright, before I get too carried away here, I want to go back up here to my mountain and put in some snow. And we got the moonlight over here, so we're going to come down and put the snow on the left side of the mountain. Too much. Something like that. Again, practice with your mountains. The snow should break. I mean, when I'm breaking, when you're sliding your paint down, your palette knife down, allow it to break a little bit. All these little holes and everything in here. There's a little bitty mark right here. Something like that. Now I'm going to come back with some shadow color on the other side, and I got to make that paint up. I'll be right back. Alright, done with the mountain. I put in my shadow color right here, just on the other side of the mountain. And when you, of course, Another rule is, guys, that when you're painting something, a mountain, a tree, whatever you're painting, a rock, no matter what it is, take a step back a few feet from it and then look at it. You can see it a whole lot better for some reason. I don't know. It does me. That's what I did. I stepped back, looked at it. I'm going to leave it like it is. So that's it. Now I'm going to continue on with this tree line here. Alright. Like I said, this is going to be a snow scene. So I'm going to go ahead and drop me in some nice snow right back here. It's good enough to dry. Let's say there's a mountain of snow right here. There's a mountain of snow now, ain't it? Let's say there's another one right here. These winter scenes are so nice. The snow, it is just so easy to apply snow to a painting. They put the white paint on a brush and slide it over, you know. I'm going to stop right there with that. Let's see here. Yeah. Alright. We're going to be working a little closer. I'm going to put some trees. I already started putting some trees down here. But I had to figure out what brush I'm going to use. So, all these trees up here was put with a brush in a horizontal way going across. Now I'm going to have it up, going up and down, because that way you can make individual trees. Because now we're getting a little closer. We can see just a little bit more detail. Not much. Don't get happy with this. And again, guys, you know, practice this over and over before you start doing before you start doing the painting. Practice this. And I want to come back and just touch that up some, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I went ahead and I started finishing in the rest of this snow. Very simple, you know, white paint on a brush and brush it in. That's very simple. My thoughts of this painting, I was going to just have nothing but land here. But as I was painting this, like I explained before, you know, I work from my mind. I work on a painting, you know, a few days in my mind. You know, basically this is my thoughts on canvas. All my paintings are. But anyway, I was just going to have all this land. As I was painting in, I got to this part right here, and I was painting this in. I got to looking at it. Wouldn't this make a nice little pond? You know, some water. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in here and put some water in. And how you do that, just get the same color that I've used up here, just the blue and the black and the white mixture. Just come right down here. Up and down. then I come back with this just a touch of white. Not too much of this. Then I'll come back. I'm gonna wet my brush down. Got a little squirt bottle right here, and I just wet it down. And you just go right across. Wet it some more. And all of a sudden you have a nice little pond. There that is. Alright. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to charge up my camera again. It was about to go dead on me. But let's go back to what I've done. Got the moon, not that mountain. Got some distant trees here. Got another row of trees right here. Of course the snow. And one of the main things when you're painting, and again, this is all my opinion, is what what I think, whether it's the right thing or not, I don't know, but for me it is. So in the painting, especially a landscape painting, you want distance into your painting, which means that, let's say if you're standing right here, I don't know if you can see me right here. If you're standing right here, in order for you to get the base of that mountain, I mean, it looks like it's going to take you 3 weeks to get there, okay? And that is the distance I'm talking about. Look at we got the sky, we had the mountain, we got a layer of trees here, we got another layer here, we got some layer of snow, some tree line, and keep working forward and forward into your painting here, and that'll give it the look of some distance. But okay, enough on that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in some distant trees here. Not distant trees, but some more, some evergreens. We're done with the distance. And again, all I'm using, guys, is just 3 colors: blue, black, and white. And wherever you want to go, these are what you call your evergreen trees. And I'm just using a fan brush. That is what a fan brush is. They're very nice brushes to do these type of trees with. And all you do is make a line, a little guide. Need some more paint on that. And I like to do a little, when you're going side to side, putting your tree limbs in, I like to go do a little upward push to it. And as you're working down, more and more pressure. And it looked like your tree limbs are going up. If you're going to come here and push down, then your tree limbs will go down. Makes sense, right? And let's go ahead and do another one here. A little starter line, and then side to side. Again, I'm using a fan brush to do this, but you use whatever brush you want to use. And let's do another one right here. I'll do this one right here. Then I want to continue on making my trees. I'll turn the camera off. Just wanted to show you how to do it. Now you know. And I'm going to stop right there. See, these trees are a little lower down than this one is, and that just gives it more depth to that tree. It will look like that tree is further back than these trees. It is a little trick. Yeah. And I like, since I got this fan brush, I like to tell you a little story about, this is something that has to do with maintaining your brushes, your equipment, and cleaning your brushes thoroughly. And if you do that, your brushes will last a very long time. And I don't know how long I've had these brushes here, but when I first started out some years ago, I was using a fan brush, and I kept on using it over and over and over. And first started making these type of trees here, it just wasn't working out for me, and I could not figure out why. One day I was in a craft store, and I decided to buy me another fan brush. So I came home, and I don't know if that day or the following day, whatever, I started practicing again. I'm making these trees, and it worked for me. And I'm looking at that brush, why ain't my other brushes working? So I got my older brushes, and I started looking at them. The brushes are all dried up, they were missing some bristles on the brush, and some they were just almost dry rotted. But what I'm saying is that the brushes wasn't no good, and that's why it wasn't working. Didn't really notice that until then. But so a moral story, maintain your brushes, clean your brushes thoroughly before you put them up, and they'll last you a long time. Well, enough on that lecture about cleaning brushes, and I want to continue on making these trees, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm done making my trees here, and the whole forest here of trees is a short matter of time. And so as you notice, bottom of the trees, I got them at different lengths. Some are lower than the others, closer to us, some far back. It just gives it that distance again. Even right through here, it gives you that illusion of distance. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting some snow on these trees. And just basically go back and forth. As the same way you did your trees, same thing, how you put on your snow. Just that, make sure you don't cover up all this black, the color. And I'm going to continue on covering up all these trees, and I'll be right back. Alright, I don't put some snow into my trees now. Now, to finish up these trees, and another point I like to say is that when you're doing, I don't care if it's a tree or a rock or a bush or whatever, finish it up. Finish that, whatever that is. Mainly what I'm saying is that when you come down here, put it like a little mound of snow right there at the foots of the tree, and that blends everything in. It covers at the bottom of the tree, makes it look very nice. Yeah, I mean, it looks like snow has fallen down and collected at the bottom of the tree, and which it would anyway. Come right here and just go like that. Again, that takes time, it takes practice to get all this done. And I'm going to call that just about finished. I might come back later and touch it up. Now keep in mind, guys, all this canvas was all black. Now look what happened in just a short amount of time, and you could do a very nice little painting. I didn't get too technical with this. I didn't big terms, big words. that you wouldn't understand. You know, I try to keep it as level as possible for everyone can understand. You know, on you know, how to paint and all. So until next time again, you know, subscribe to my channel, guys, and hit that like button. You know, share it, and you know, help me out with this. I would appreciate it. And I'm going to call this one finished. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And come back and see me. Okay? You guys take care.